its family attribute model also the what kind of XML pattern is contained in the check. I mean, this is the design check. It starts with design, and I use the common natural language approach to describe the security check with a subject, in this case statistics, a verb equal line of code value. You can see this as if an uncommented code is found, then it's a security issue. I choose to follow the positive approach. So if a line of code in statistic information is equal to 0, then it's a security issue. You have to interpret the security check this way. Another example is the following, where line of comment, not line of code. No line of code in a source can be almost silly to review. A line of comment in percentage is less than 0.20, then it is a security issue, because an uncommented code can be can be unmaintainable, and then much more prone to have security issues. That's why. And if you have some time, this is the new ORIZON schema I am modeling in my library. As you may see, these are the design security check, when you can find a subject, a name, a verb, also a direct object, and a value, with this all explained. And this other kind of design security check with that are more class and attribute related. These are for statistic. A keyword check, I mean, I found that keyword in a security in a source code, then it's a problem. I guess you may see that it is to quite like crawling, is not, or at least is not intended to be, because here you can find, you can model also hard-coded password that can be hard to describe in a regular expression for crawling. Not impossible, of course, but harder. In fact, keyword and crawling can be quite misleading. And execution check, as said before. This is also the XML schema used to describe the source file. This is for taint propagation analysis. I mean, when a variable is encountered, a taint statement, XML statement, is written in the file containing information about that variable. You can find an example here. When you have a declaration of an integer called a, you will obtain this sentence. Okay? And it would be easier having this XML formalized, performing security check over variable changing among the source code. And that's the same also for statistics, but I didn't update the wiki page. So let's back to the presentation. And that's I will introduce you another important object, that means the source object. We are talking about library, we are talking about session, but what about the source? The source object collects information from the 4 XML files, and then open a cookbook and applies security receipts over that XML. Jericho is the name, the code name for the static analysis engine I choose, and it's up to him to fire up the code review. Plugin Plugin is a cute facility I introduced back in April. All people have to do in writing plugin is to implement the interface specified there in the plugin package, and a loader class will perform extracting plugin from the Java file, the Java jar file, check the plugin is intended for the running ORIZON version, and then load the class, return the class object to the Jericho engine. The Jericho engine will pick up the class object and dynamically execute it. This is how people can write a security check asking ORIZON to run a plugin in order to manage it. I mean, was not one of the XML XML sentences I first think in ORIZON. It's a customer need. I mean, with some code that has to be no, and some code bogus that has to be full. ORIZON cannot manage that statement because it's not one of its original statement. But people writing that check say, okay, you can. This check is an external check, and the class test contained in a jar file test.jar will able to manage that sentence, and that's an example of how a plugin can be extracted and executed. As you may see, the loader contains the jar file, and the load method takes the class name as parameter, and then return a class file. A plugin is simple. You create a new instance for the class, and then call the start and stop method provided by the interface in order to start and stop plugin. So, what's the missing between now, 25 of September, and version 1.0? The full support of the remaining 3 measure points: local analysis, I mean control flow analysis; global analysis, the call graph, that will be the very challenging point of the major version; and taint propagation. I mean, now I can check when variables are declared, but not when variables are modified. So I have to change accordingly the business logic of the translator in order to provide support when people try to modify a variable. I had to implement the scoring system I introduced you in taking from the XML, printing out a simple number, and it's some simple mathematical formula I need to implement, and also a graphical user interface for Mac OS X. I have to wait SWT libraries to be ported to accomplish that. And that's the roadmap. The 2nd October of 2008 will be the second ORIZON birthday, and I will also take part in Milan. I don't know if you are coming in Milan that day. You have also you can drop me a mail and having some beer together.